Okay, this is Sunday, December 11th, 2022. Trying to figure out what the first type of cut we're going to make on a tree. And I think about it, and I think I figure it out, and then I think, well, that's not right. So I drew it on paper, and I said, that's not making any sense. So I'm making a 1/10 scale model to try to get a better understanding. Would an experienced woodsman do this? Nope, but this is a therapy project, so that's what I'm doing. Our tree's 60 foot high, so 60 divided by 10 is 6 foot. So here I have a 6 foot piece of wood, and right next to it, that would be our pine tree, and our ash tree is leaning next to it. And on the bottom, we have a hinge that we're going to put in where we cut. That's going to be 2 foot up. Whoop, our tree's already fallen. I guess it just exemplifies how unstable of a situation this is out there. Okay, and then we're going to have a rope that we're going to pull. So let's have a look at some possibilities. Okay, so we have now, if our tree wants to stay upright, is here in compression. So we would make the notch here, do a back cut on this side, and it's going to want to open, and since I'm not standing underneath there when it's fallen, I would pull after we set the hinge, and it would come down like that. But that brings it closer to the tree, more upright and in a more precarious place. We really don't know what it's going to do there. It's kind of going the wrong way, but that's the way that the tree is leaning that way, so that makes it the easiest type of cut to do. May not be what we want, but alright. Alright, what I think we want is we want the tree to come what we'd like to do is be able to pull and have the tree come out farther away from where it's stuck, and maybe be able to butt pull after a couple of those cuts. But the issue with that is you can see that because it's leaning and it's supported at the top, that this is the compression and this is the tension side. So I would I want it to come this way, so I really need the notch on this side and the back cut on this side. But when it's sitting here like this, it's going to pinch the saw. I could put the notch on this side. I'd have to pull to take some tension off, do the back cut, set the hinge, and then from far away pull with the come along, and you know, that's why we're going to be far away. We don't know what it's going to do. Alright, here's another possibility, which I may not be able to do with my chainsaw, but this is a kind of a slick way to do this. So we need this to open this direction, which means we need to put the notch here. So we could put the notch here, start a bit of a back cut on this side, and then if we did a plunge cut through the middle all the way through, we'd be able to drive a wedge straight through, because we will have the room now, and then use the chainsaw to finish the back cut, two like half cuts on each side to set the hinge. So we'd have our notch, we would have our back cut hinge, and would have a wedge so that this would not be pinching the chainsaw. Then we could set this up here, go farther away, and as we pull, that notch will go this way, and yep, and the wedge should fall out as the back cut opens, and voila, that would be a way to get everything in place without having to pull some tension